Second.
Perfect, perfect,
Yes.
perfect. So today we have here Alessandro that is half Italian and half American. So because this PDF is half in Italian and half in English, he can help us to understand correctly all the two versions, right?
Yep.
Perfect, perfect, good. So, what part of Italy are you from originally?
My family?
Yeah.
My dad's family is from Abruzzo, and my mom's family is from the south in Basilicata.
Okay. Good, good. So, now let's start from the beginning. This is not a long PDF. So, Giovanni Furno, metodo facile, breve e chiara ed essenziali regole per accompagnare partimenti senza numeri. That is easy, short and clear methods and essential like necessary rules for accompanying or realizing partimenti without numbers. Good. So we have here an introduction, but we don't take care about this. Okay. Okay. Good. So Alessandro, start you. Read this paragraph. The rules of
In English?
partimenti. Yeah, of course.
Okay. The rules of partimenti. The first thing one should know is that music is composed of consonances and dissonances. There are 4 types of consonances, namely the third, fifth, sixth, and octave, of which 2 are perfect and 2 are imperfect.
Okay.
The
So
perfect ones.
perfect.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. It's plain. He's explained. So continue.
Yes, he's about to say the perfect ones are the fifth and the octave, and they are called perfect because one cannot make distinctions between them. That is, one can neither expand them with a sharp nor diminish them with a flat, which is to say that there is neither a minor fifth nor a major fifth, and to be perfect, the said fifth should always span eight semitones, 8 strings, starting from the root of the interval. Similarly, there is neither a minor octave nor a major octave, and to be perfect, the octave should span 13 strings starting from the root of the interval.
Perfect. Okay. Example one, third, fifth, sixth octave. This is clear. We don't need to explain how intervals work. Imperfect. So imperfect third and sixth, and perfect fifth octave. The same here, perfect and imperfect. Right. So go on.
The imperfect ones are the third and the sixth, which are called imperfect because one can make distinctions between them. That is, one can expand them with a sharp or diminish them with a flat, which is to say that there is a minor third and a major third. Similarly, there is a minor sixth and a major sixth.
Yeah, exactly. So the meaning of minor and major, it depends from how many semitones we have in the interval. For example, if we consider the major intervals, we have one one tone here and another tone. 4 semitones. The minor, obviously, one tone and one semitone. So it is smaller. For that, it is minor. Okay, perfect. Go on.
Sure. There are also 4 dissonances, namely the intervals of a second, fourth, seventh, and ninth, and these cannot be used unless they are prepared by one of the 4 consonances and subsequently resolved to one of the aforementioned consonances. Example: one determines whether the consonances and dissonances are major or minor according to the numbering of the strings.
Okay, good. We have uh, prime. So is it correct this translation? Because in Italian is unison or prima, but first.
Yeah, yeah, we usually say unison in modern theory,
Okay.
but I guess he's translating prima here.
Okay, prima, right. Now minor second. Okay, you have to check intervals with the first note. Third, minor third, major fourth, or augmented fourth. Fifth, minor sixth, major sixth, minor seven, major seven octave. So these are the elements of the counterpoint in according to the Renaissance traditions. So let's pass to the next one. Who is in this? We have alt red dominant. Yeah, go on. It's your turn now.
To read the English text.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Every key has 7 strings or scale steps. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. To preserve the key, that is to avoid leaving the key, 3 of these steps should be invariable, and they are 2, always major, 4, always minor or perfect, and 7, always major. If you vary any one of these, you will move to a different key.
Exactly.
3 can be major. Oh, sorry.
Okay, exactly. Only one thing that is important. Strings, the word is strings because it is the literary translation of corde. The term corda is like note because in the Renaissance they used to think about the monochord, one string, from so, and all the other proportions, letters A, B, C, D, what we know as the English name of notes comes from the point of the monochord where the single string without letters is gamma, the Greek letter. So strings refers to notes in our modern language. Good. Okay, you can continue reading.
Okay. 3 can be major or minor according to the composition. 5 as a perfect consonant should always span 8 strings or semitones. 6 should correspond to 3. That is, if 3 has been major, then 6 should also be major. If, on the other hand, 3 has been minor, then 6 should also be minor.
Okay, it means that, for example, take A minor. You have the minor third, A, C, Re, Mi, Fa in ancient with solmization, Re, Mi, Fa, and you have the minor sixth, A, F. In A major, you have the major third, A, C sharp, and the major sixth, A, F sharp. Okay, you can go on.
Okay. 1 takes a third and a fifth and an octave. It takes its third according to the composition. That is, if a composition has been in major, then 1 gives 1 a major third. If, on the other hand, the composition has been in minor, then 1 gives 1 a minor third.
Exactly. So, major third, here major sixth, minor third, here minor sixth. Okay? Go on.
1 can give an octave to all the strings of the key as well as to their consonances, provided that 1 does not create parallel octaves, seeing that 2/5 or octaves, whether above or below, by step or by skip, the one after the other, are prohibited because they make bad harmony.
Okay.
2 takes a third, a fourth, and a major sixth. It takes the minor third because that happens to be 4 and all 4s are minor. It takes the major sixth because that happens to be 7 and all 7s are major.
Exactly. If you think about the rule of the octave, in the second degree, we have the third, the sixth, and then the fourth. Not in all styles we can find the fourth. For example, in late 17th century, is not so spread the use of the fourth. But in the rule of the octave, according to Fenaroli, we have the 3/4/6 chord. Good. 3.
3 takes a third and a sixth. Both of them should be minor if the said 3 is major. If, on the other hand, the said 3 is minor, then it takes the major third and the major sixth. And this comes about naturally.
Exactly, because the inversion of the minor third is the major sixth, and the inversion of the major third is the minor sixth. Perfect. Fourth.
Fourth takes a third, a fifth, and a sixth. One takes the third, either major or minor, just like one took the third of one, because the third of four should conform to the third of one. Four takes the sixth as major because it turns out to be two, and all twos are major.
Right. This 3, 5, 6 chord, if we think this chord has in modern theoretical harmony, so in functional harmony, we have the seventh, that is the C, this note, and this is prepared tied to the previous sixth. That because the bass goes up only one step, 5 less 1, fifth. So this sixth is this 5. Okay, perfect.
One should note, however, that whenever four takes a third, a fifth, and a sixth, it rises to 5. If, on the other hand, it does not rise to 5, then one gives it only a third and a fifth. And if the partimento descends from 5, then stay with the same consonances as for the said 5, which become in turn a second, major, or augmented, fourth, and sixth.
Okay, the reason is that because this is the seventh, so this is the dissonance, if we have this seventh, we have to play then the resolution. If we don't have a possibility of playing the resolution on the next chord, like in this case, we can't play this kind of resolution if we have here the sixth, because we have in this way these two parallel fifths. So in this case the resolution is not possible. 5.
5 takes a major third, a fifth, and an octave. 5 takes the third major because it turns out to be 7, and all sevens are major. In addition to the said consonances, one can also add the major seventh, provided that 5 be followed immediately by 1, or even when the said 5 is followed by 6, which would take a third and a fifth, because the said minor seventh should resolve.
Okay. So he's saying that the minor seventh must resolve. In this case, first example, going to the third. In the second case, fifth, sixth, 5, 6 in the bass, from 7 to 5. 6.
6 takes a third and a sixth. Both of them should be minor if the 6 is major. If, on the other hand, the 6 is minor, then it takes a major third and a major sixth, and this comes about naturally.
Exactly. It depends on the key, because this is the major third, so minor sixth, its inversion, and the same happens in the minor. Minor third, major sixth. Okay, good. And now one should know.
One should note that when 6 is major and descends to 5, then it is better to use a major 6 in the accompaniment because it makes better harmony. And one can add to 6 as if it were 2 by giving it a third, a fourth, and a major sixth. But if the said 6 neither ascends to 7 nor descends to 5, then give it a third and a fifth.
Right. So in this case, example A is like the descending rule of the octave, and the reason is that we have fa, mi, we have the semitone here, re, ut, and in the upper voice, mi, fa. In the second case, we are going from mi to fa, this note. So this F will be the fa, without sharp, and we have now fa mi. So fa against mi and mi against fa. This is the reason. Thinking in with the old language. Okay, okay. 7.
7 takes a third and a sixth, and both of them should be minor if the said 7 is major.
Yeah, for the same reason, but the difference is that we are using in the minor mode the melodic ascending scale. So in both cases we have the minor third plus the minor sixth. Okay, perfect. Only 2 paragraphs. So
If, on the other hand, the 7 is minor, then the third and the sixth in the accompaniment should both be major, and this comes about naturally. One can give it a false fifth when the said 7 ascends to 1, because on reaching the 1, the false fifth resolves, having to resolve since one terms it false because it is a minor fifth or diminished, but one does not say minor because it is a perfect consonance.
okay, is that point clear? Okay. So diminished fifth, third. We don't have in the first example the diminished fifth because we are going down. The semitone is in this point. Looking for the semitone is always a good technique for understanding where we have to put the other semitones in the upper voice, like in this case fa mi and mi fa, or where we don't have to put any kind of semitones, like in this movement. Okay, last line.
One should note that 3 is synonymous with 1. That is, just as 1 sets 1 with a third, a fifth, and an octave, so 1 sets 3 with a third and a sixth. 2 and 7 are synonymous with 5.
Yeah, this in this paragraph, Furno is thinking like with functional harmony. So he says that on the first degree and on the third degree we have the same notes. C, let us take for example C major, C, E, G, okay? Third degree, E, G, C. On the fifth degree we have G, B, and D. On the second degree we have these notes but with the seventh, because the seventh, if we have D, F, G, and B, the seventh is the third on the second. And on the seventh degree we have, like in this point, G, D, and F. So this is a way for thinking the rule of the octave with what it is now functional harmony, because the reason behind this paragraph is the same. Okay, rules of the positions. So we can pass to King Israel of Kusalia, right?
Yes, that's a bit of a correct spelling. Thank you. There are 3 positions. The first at the octave with the third at the bottom, the second at the 10th with the third on top, and the third at the 5th with the third in the middle.
Okay, this is clear. So first position we have 8. Second position we have third. Fifth position we have fifth. So third position we have fifth, right?
The keys of C, D, and E, whether sharp or flat, or with a major third or a minor third, are played in first position at the 13th, that is, with the third at the bottom. The keys of F, G, and A are played in the third position at the 5th, that is, with the third in the middle. The keys of B flat and B natural are played in second position at the 15th, that is, with the third on top. Here follows the scales in the keys of C, D, and E flat with in first position with the third placed at the bottom and with all the exceptions. One should note that the numbers below the staff denote the scaled steps of the key.
Okay, exactly. So as you can see, C, D, and E are translated from Che sol fa ut, De la sol re, and E la mi. This ancient nomenclature of notes means, for example, let's take Che sol fa ut. We have Che, that's C, Sol, Fa, Ut. This writing means that C is Sol, so the fifth degree of the natural hexachord. Sorry, of the soft hexachord, because we have F, Ut, G, Re, A, Mi, B flat, Fa, and C, Sol. So Sol is the same to say fifth degree. Fa, fourth degree, so this is Fa of the hard hexachord, where Ut is G, and Ut, C Ut, because C is the first degree of natural hexachord. So C Ut. Perfect. So first position with the third at the bottom. Now,
Before we go on, I think Rothfield had a question.
okay, yeah. Tell me.
It's in the chat. It says,
Okay.
what about open position chords? Not applicable here?
I don't. PartiMeeting chat.
It's actually the chat for the video stream. So if you look
Okay.
at the video stream at the top right.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me see. Where is the chat? Okay, top right. Okay.
If you watch the screen share,
I
and then
see
the
it.
top
I
right.
see it now. What about open position chord? Not applicable here. Open voicing. So, what do you mean with open voicing? I guess that is, as we say, partilate. Is it right?
I think what he means is instead of having like the closest E, G, and C for first position, what if you had maybe more than an octave, like a G, and then a sixth up to an E, and then another sixth up to the C, like a very wide chord.
Okay, so let's take this example. You say, for example, G in this point, then C, and then E.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. We say.
Hey, Raphael can confirm if I have what he's asking for correctly.
Yeah, exactly. We say partilate, and okay. So yeah, you can play the rule of the octave in all with open voicing, or the contrary is closed voicing. I don't know in English.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, because there are no differences. What we have to pay attention, according to what Furno says, is the top voice. In this case, we start with 8, but we can have G. So, for example, we can have fifth, then we can have 3 and 8, or we can have 3, then fifth and 8 in every octave of the keyboard. The most important thing is that the top voice is the octave. Because if you are playing, for example, the rule of the octave on the organ, and you play, for example, the C of the bass with the pedal, then you play the two middle voices with the left hand and the upper voice with the right hand on the second keyboard, okay, you can have a really wide range, a really wide range. So the most important thing is the upper voice. Okay, Rothfield is writing, right? Okay, good. So there is someone who wants to play the rule of the octave. This one. Or I can play it. Okay. Tell me if someone wants to play this first example.
I can do it.
Good.
I can do it. Just give me a sec. I gotta turn off the noise.
Good. I have the keyboard
Okay.
here.
Yeah, just a second.
Okay, so now let's see the upper position. We have 8, then 6. Now, because the bass is moving up,
Yep.
we have two numbers between 8 and 6, but 2 less 1 is, thinking in music, a second, so only one step lower. So it means that we have C and B. A good exercise is trying to transform numbers within our mind into notes without playing. This is a good visualization exercise. Okay, Alessandro, play.
Shall I just go up or up and down? What do you think?
Yeah. All.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll do it slowly.
Yeah. Only one thing, Alessandro. Now,
Yep.
because we are connected online, I think that it's better if you play this chord with a little arpeggio, so we can listen in this way to every single voice. In this way, it's easier.
I'll do that.
It's easier.
Yeah. Sure. Here we go.
Good.
Sorry, I guess I gotta actually read the figures. So, I'm on the G. Actually,
Can you start from this point? There was something strange. So E.
Sure, no problem. All right. So,
Right. Okay, right.
okay, and I'll keep going.
Okay. Did you notice something strange?
So what on the over the A, what he's actually written is he wants. So this is the A. What he actually wants is F, then A, then C.
What I see is this 8 and 8. Play them.
Sure. So we have from the G, then so we have.
Yeah, they are parallel octaves. I don't know why there is 8 plus 8. It can be, for example, a mistake, or it can be something according to the Italian tradition to fill up all the notes. But because, for example, if we read these three voices horizontally, okay, these are parallel octaves. But if we imagine to play the, for example, the fifth that goes to the octave and the octave that goes to the sixth, we don't have parallel octaves. So it can work in this way. Imagine the crossing of the voices. Okay, go on.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so I'm gonna go from the G again. So.
Good.
Sorry?
Okay, no, right.
All right, I'll go from the C.
Yeah. Okay, play again this passage.
From the G, sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so important. This is not a B sharp. In the early music theory, sharp is mi, as flat is fa. So it means that we have a mi that is going to a fa. So we have a semitone. This is not obviously a B sharp. this
Yeah.
indicates only that is mi if we think with solmization. Okay, so you arrived here, right?
That's right.
Good.
So I'll go from the C.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So from the C.
Okay, interesting how we have here the same note. 8, 5, 6, 3, and 5. They are the same note. So a useful exercise is to play and imagine the different notes, the different numbers as only one note in this case. Okay? Because of the leap of the bass. So 8, if we have 8 less 4, okay, in music is not 4 but it is 5 because we have the 4th C F and the 5th F C. So one note is common to the two intervals. 5th plus 1 plus 2nd or better is 6th. Then 6th less 4th. Remember that one note is in common, so 3. 3 plus 3 is 5 because one note is in common. A. We have the third A C and the third A F. Good. Oh, okay, there was the realization. Good. Nice. So this is the same in the other keys. Third position with third in the middle. Okay. Do you want to play for this exercise in F major, Alessandro?
Do it. Give me a second.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. Sorry, one sec. I think that was right, actually.
Yeah, it's correct. It's
Yeah.
correct.
Sorry.
Right? Right? Yeah. Good. Okay, also this point, 8, 8, we can imagine the crossing of the two voices because in this way we have parallel octaves. Okay, go on.
Right. I'll go from the F at the bottom of the scale. So
Okay. Okay. Good. Now the same in G major, so we can go on. Second position. Okay. The last one. Play this in B flat major, starting with the D in the top voice.
okay, I'll do that too. Here we go. Mm. Sorry, 1 second.
Right? 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 Yeah. Alessandro, can you play again from this point?
Yes.
D6, 3/6. Okay. Okay, okay.
I think I did it wrong the first time. Yeah.
Okay, good. So this is a rule of the octave with another passage after the descending scale. Okay, perfect. Now the rule of the octave in the minor mode, so we can continue with reading. So who is the next in the rule in the room? Now I have to close. What is it? Okay, so Cork, do you want to read? Cork, are you here? Okay, no. Hayan, do you want to read?
Sure.
Oh, perfect. From
But
this point. Oh,
I'm not at my harpsichord, so
Oh, don't worry. Next time.
I could try reading like another one like
Yeah.
later and see if I can set up over there.
Okay. Do you want to read later?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Perfect. So, Lucas, Luke, it's your time.
Okay. One should note that upon finding the scale in the minor mode, 6 and 7 ascending one after the other should be major, and descending both should be minor. This is done to avoid the chromatic interval that exists from a major to a minor, or a minor to a major scale step.
Yeah, exactly. So the melodic ascending scale. Incredible this word, cho se fa. It sounds like the dialect of Rome, because in Italian is si fa. It is a not real correct writing. It's a little bit funny to read ciò se fa. Good. So, do you want to play this rule of the octave? So we don't have numbers here, so you can read this stuff.
Okay. Real quick, can you hear my piano?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Let me just get sat down properly.
Perfect.
Just 1 second. Let me arpeggiate actually.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry.
Okay, look at this passage. This was the 8/8 we had before in numbers, like this point. Where is it? 8, 8, maybe this one. No, I don't remember now. When I said we have parallel octaves.
Mhm.
We can see now 8, 8. We can imagine this like a crossing of the two voices. Okay?
Okay. Starting from scale degree 4.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Good. As you can see, every time we have a second that is inverted as a seventh, so we have here the suspension, we have the preparation, in this point the suspension, and then the resolution descending by a step. Okay? Good. Perfect. So now we have the partimento number 1. These are really simple partimenti, so we can realize them really quickly. Let me see all what we have. So we have these two partimenti, then the rule for cadences. Okay. Now partimento 3, and then the rule for departures from the key or terminations, right? And then we have the rule of a partimento that falls a third and rises a step. Okay. Rule of partimento that ascend by okay. This. Okay, so not too much. Okay, and the end. Okay, perfect. Where is it? Okay, Luke, do you want to try to realize spartimento as side reading?
I'll give it a shot.
Do you want? Okay. For example, you can start with the first position, so 8 in the upper voice. Now, okay, let's do in this way.
Okay.
I write in red the numbers that are intervals for your upper voice.
Okay.
So 8. Yeah, play the right hand, play the right hand an octave higher. Yeah, let's see if it works, because in this way you have more space for moving, because if you start in this way, then you have a crossing. Good.
Okay.
Now, 8, 3. Can you play again this passage? You play with 4 voices, so 3 voices with the right hand and only the bass in the left hand.
Okay. Oh, I see you wrote 3. I heard you say 8, so I did an 8 on top.
Exactly. Right, now 6th here, 3-6 chord, so in the top voice 6. Good. Now stay on the same chord. Good. Now here you have 6, 4, 3. Good. Now 3, 5, 8. Perfect. Now you have
A C that ascends to D.
yeah,
So a 5, 6.
yeah, but not in this order, but 6, 3, and 5.
6, 3, and 5. Okay.
Yeah, because your fifth, right, is the G, so it's the same voice, the same note. Okay, then 3, 5, so 3, 8, 5. Good. This works like a cadence. Okay, an important thing is, you know that what we call now perfect cadence is thinking in modern theory 5-1, a passage from the fifth degree to the first degree. But it doesn't mean that every 5-1 is a cadence. This is a mistake that usually people do. So this is a passage 5-1, but it is not necessarily a cadence because it is 5-1. It could be only a 5-1 connection. Okay?
Hmm.
Go on from this point.
Yeah.
Good, perfect. Now,
Okay, and then we have the sharp 6 on the E.
I think you can do it. Yeah. In this case, personally, I prefer to don't play the sharp 6 because I don't want to be too much tonal. I prefer to be a little
Okay.
bit modern. So I will play the natural C. So you have, let me imagine, like 3, then 6 and 3. If you want, add the sharp to the 6th. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I have 8 in the upper voice for D.
Play.
And then
Good. Exactly 2, 4, 6. Good. Can you play again this chord? Okay.
oh, I'm sorry, which one? That one, right?
B.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on. Good. This is the same of this passage. They are only an octave with an octave apart. Okay. Good. Perfect. Yeah.
I'm gonna get parallels here. If I do this. Alright, so here on this,
Okay, so you
The
play
first-
you play
second line.
3, 5, and 8, right?
I have 5, 5, 8, 3.
Yeah,
The C.
on the C. So 5, 8, 3. So okay, but if you play contrary motion, the 8 to the 3rd, there are not problems. Now I don't remember what you did. Okay?
Like that?
Yeah, you can play the unison.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
yeah, or another thing you can do is playing a D here, so 3, 6, 3 with an octave between the two threes. Right. In this way you have the 4th prepared. but be careful, in the top voice you have the third. So not D but C. Exactly. Okay, tell me, Luke, what's the name of this passage if we imagine this little scale in a gallant piece?
Printer?
Yeah, exactly. This is the bass typical of the printer. In this case, it is not a printer because it doesn't have the function of the printer, so has a response to an opening pattern. But the bass is a printer because I think that gallant schematas are not on that they are not only a succession of bass, okay, of notes in the bass, but they have a function in the musical speech. So in this case, we don't have the function of the printer, but the bass is actually the same of the printer. Good. So you have arrived here with a third in top voice. Okay. Perfect.
And then
Yeah. Yeah. No, can you play again this chord, please?
yeah, I have F sharp, and then 6, 3, 5,
Good. Exactly. Exactly.
and then 5, 8, 3.
Perfect. Yeah. Exactly. Tell me why why you don't have the sixth with the sharp at this point? Can you tell me a reason?
Yes, because I'm not moving to scale degree 5. I'm going down to scale degree 4.
Exactly. And
So there's no need to prepare that.
yeah, and on the fourth degree we have the C without the sharp. Exactly. Okay.
Okay. And then this C goes up to a 5.
Yeah.
So we would have a 5, 6.
What are you playing? C or D?
I'm playing C, and then I have 3, 5, 6
Yeah. Okay.
right now.
Yeah. You can also have 3, 5, 8
Okay.
or 3, 5, 6. You can choose what you want. In this case, yeah.
Okay.
Both works.
I'll do 3.
The most important thing is that the third, that is the fifth here, is prepared. In both cases, it is prepared. Because this works if you have the sixth like the seventh. Okay. Okay?
Then this D goes up.
Play again this passage from C to D. Okay. Okay, be careful between the bass and the cantus.
I see. Yeah, parallel octave.
Exactly. Exactly. Remember, if you have two chords, it will three that are 3/5 chords, and the bass is moving with stepwise motion. If you don't want to play parallel octaves or parallel fifths, contrary motion with all the other voices. This is a strictly rule. If you, for example, play the sixth here, you can jump from A to D. These are direct octaves, but they are not a problem with four voices in this way. So the G goes to F sharp, and if you want, the E can go to A. This is something with the crossing of the voices, but it can work in maybe in a counterpoint view of the rule of the octave. Okay, go on with start to the E. Good. Also in this case, if you play
then
3-5 chord again, contrary motion with the other voices. No. Play again.
Here I have 8-3-5, and then I'm doing 6-3. Sorry, 6-8-3.
Okay. In this case, you can play or 6-6, or if you want, another possibility is 3-5-3-5. This solution 6-6 is more gallant. This solution 3-5-3-5 is more in the style of the 17th century. Try the two possibilities. So
Okay, so first with sixes.
yeah. It's exactly now 6-5.
And then 6-5.
And then 3-5. And finally, so now try 5-5-5 and 5, all fives.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Only one thing. Your position before was 8 here and 5 here. The upper voice.
Oh yeah. And then a 5 on E.
Right. So you have the G, the top voice.
Yep. And then a 5 on B.
Exactly. Now, counter motion again, because in this case you don't have the G. So because you don't have the G, you can't prepare the fifth in this point. So what you can do, for example, is what you already know has 3, 5, and then 3, 6.
Okay.
Top voice is F. Counter motion.
3, 5, and 6. 3.
No. Imagine the upper voice. Counter emotion.
I see.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Exactly.
Then, okay.
Okay, be careful because I think you've just played parallel octave between the bass and the alto. C, D, and C, D, right?
Okay, let me see. So, yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So you can.
So if I go contrary motion.
Or you go down, or when you go to the sixth, you can move all the three notes from G, and let's choose another color, for example, green, yeah, from G, C, two A, E, and A, and then the F sharp in the top voice. Try this.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it works. And then you can go down. Perfect. If you want to finish with the octave. Oh, exactly. Oh, you did a good job because
thank you.
as your first simple partimento. Okay, then we can skip this partimento number 2. Is there some other one that wants to continue reading? For example, I see Miriam in this channel in order. Miriam, are you here? Okay. Miriam. Okay.
I prefer not reading. I
Okay.
think I don't speak well
Oh,
English.
actually, I think you speak well, but if you don't want to read, there isn't a problem.
Okay.
So, I think that John has some noise in his microphone, right? Okay, so we can restart from Ale.
Yep, sounds good. So I'm reading
Perfect.
the English. So am I playing the? Okay, I'm not playing the second partimento. I'm reading the rule for cadences.
Exactly,
There-
we can go on. The rule
Yep.
for cadences.
Sounds good. There are 3 cadences, namely the simple, compound, and double, and they are made with scale degree 1 and scale degree 5, or rather base note 1 and base note 5. No, I was right, scale degree. All right, then after the scale degree 1, other scale steps may occur as desired.
Okay, only one thing that is important. What does it mean, Alessandro, cadence? Because you are Italian, so you know what is in Italian cadere.
It means falling.
Exactly, but some years ago I was playing a piece with a violinist, baroque violinist, and this was little pieces. And now I don't remember what kind of pieces these those works was. I have to ask to this violinist, but I'm not sure who was this violinist because it was some years ago. And at the place of cadenze, there was written another word, accadenze. That is something like in Italian accadere. Do you know what accadere means?
I think it means happen, right?
Exactly, and I think that this is another possible origin of the word cadenza, because in a cadence there are some things that are happening at the same time. All the voices are playing a little passage that are clausule. So the clausula, the movement of the cantus, of the tenor, and of the bassus, all at the same time. So I think that the origin of the word cadenza as accadere, so to happen, is a possible correct origin of the word cadenza. Anyway, you can continue.
Sure. The simple cadence is when one sets above scale degree 5 the simple consonances of a major third and a fifth. This occurs when scale degree 5 is the same time value as the other notes.
Perfect. So, in other words, we don't have usually with the simple cadence any kind of suspensions. Usually.
Right. And we see in the
Without-
example.
Yeah, with simple consonances. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. And we see in the example there's the G which is marked with the 5 going to the C. And the G is a quarter note, and so is the note above it. So like that's what he's talking about when he's talking about the time value.
Yeah, exactly. This is a topic that must be treated more deeply because, for example, in other sources, because we have in this point a seventh. Okay, we can consider actually this cadence as a compound cadence because we have here a dissonance.
Yeah.
according to other sources. So we can see how rules are, yeah, important, but sometimes all the authors of these treatises are not always on the same opinion. Okay.
Totally. Yeah, and that might be on Yurdigan as well. But anyway, I'll keep going.
Okay.
So the
let's play only this cadence for listening to it.
Sure.
Perfect.
Great. All right. The compound cadence is when one sets above scale degree 5, first a fourth and a sixth, and then a major third and a fifth, or even first a fourth and a fifth, and then a major third and a fifth.
Okay.
This occurs when
No. Yes. Sorry. Finish.
I'll just finish. This occurs when scale degree 5 is double the time value of the other notes.
Okay. So we can see here 4 6 3 5. 4 6 in this case works like a double suspension, even if the 6 is not actually dissonance, but because it goes with parallel sixth, it works like double suspension. Okay. And here we have 5 5, and the dissonance is only 4 3. Now let's play the first example. I said that they work the C and the E, these two notes, as double suspensions because they are both prepared. Okay, and in the second example, we have the suspension 4-3. Now let's imagine that at the place of in the base of this G we have an F and then a G, another G. We have the same situation of this cadence that Furno calls simple cadence. Personally, if we want to make a classification between the three cadences, the first one, as simple in this case, is not so consistency according to this three partition of cadences. A simple cadence, I imagine something that is 1 in the base, 1, 5, 1, according to other sources, without any kind of suspensions in any form, because here we have actually a suspension between the two upper voices. This is my opinion. Then, obviously, when you realize a partimento or compose a piece, you can do whatever you want. But if we want to make a classification, I think that we have to consider the simple cadence as really the most simple kind of cadence. So only 1, 5, 1. Okay. The double cadence is when
one sets above scale degree 5, first a major third and a fifth, and one may add the minor seventh, then a fourth and a sixth, then fourth and a fifth, and then once again a major third and a fifth, and also the minor seventh if desired. This occurs when scale degree 5 is 4 times the value of the other notes.
Okay, perfect. Now I have a question for Luke. Luke, tell me why the double cadence is called double.
Sorry, I was eating a little snack. Why is it called a double cadence? Well, I mean, it basically is a double cadence. You go to scale degree 5 once before. You see that 6/4 chord is kind of like your melody goes up to scale degree 5 in preparation. It does in the last measure.
Okay, but double cadence, it means, for example, that we have two cadences. So we can imagine, for example, to move the bass in this way, right? So play this passage.
Me?
Go, you two or Alessandro?
Luke.
Okay.
5.
And then, do you want me to with the blue bass?
Yeah, with the blue bass, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, this is the simple cadence. This is the simple cadence, this passage, 5-1. And then play the green bracket. Now we have the compound cadence because of the suspension. Okay, so simple plus double.
Or simple plus compound
We
to
have,
make a double.
Yes, exactly. Sorry, I'm tired at this time. Here is 7:30 p.m. Simple plus compound. We have double cadence. 1 plus 1. This is the reason of double. Then, if we have only in the bass the 5th degree, it works like a little pedal. So play now, Alessandro, now it's your turn. Place this cadence as it is written.
Yep. So just a second. I'm gonna turn on the organ sound on this thing so people
Okay.
can hear the dissonances. Just a
Yeah,
second.
exactly.
All right. It's not the best, but it'll do.
I think that the piano is better because
Sure.
with the organ, when the sound is too much higher, okay,
No problem.
I can't see, I can't hear you anymore. Okay.
No problem. Here we go. Back to the piano sound.
Okay, good. Another important thing, this cadence is called by Nicola Vicentino. Do you know Nicola Vicentino?
No.
Nicola Vicentino was a musician of the 16th century. He wrote a beautiful book that is L'antica musica ridotta alla moderna pratica, that is in English, the ancient music, ancient of Greek music, how can I say, adapt to the modern practice, so the practice of the 16th century. And he talks about this cadence as the cadence with the bad syncopation, because the fourth is prepared, so is not this fourth is prepared with by another fourth, so the preparation is a dissonance and not a consonance. So when we have a suspension, we have 3 phases that are preparation, suspension, and resolution. The preparation is a consonance, the suspension is dissonance, and the resolution is a consonance that is a step lower. Okay? This preparation here is dissonance, a fourth. For that we have the bad syncopation. He says sincopa tutta cattiva, that is bad syncopation. Good. Now we can play the double cadence also with the F. So in this case the 7th. Play.
Here goes.
This. Exactly. And now I think, yeah, we can finish our party meeting today with the partimento number 3, and then next time we can continue with the rule of departures from the key or termination. So the departures of the key, so uscite di tono, are like modulations in some passages, right? So, do you want to play this partimento, Alessandro?
Yeah, I totally could do it. I want to give Miriam a chance. Miriam, if you would like to play this, do you want to try? It's up to you.
I'm not close to the piano.
Okay, all right. So I'll do it then.
Don't worry. Next time, Miriam, remember, I want you to play a partimento, okay? If you want, but I think it's fine.
All right.
Okay.
actually, sorry, hang on. No, sorry.
Yeah, okay, Alessandro. Here you can choose between 6, 4, 5, 3, or only 5, 3 with 5. So 4, 3 with 5 and 5. Exactly. So
Right, exactly.
now start from this point, from this C, using this time 4, 6.
Sure.
No. Yeah, you played 2, 4, 6.
I did.
Right. Yeah. You can play these or 3, 5.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
with the 3,
it's
5,
correct.
yeah. I'll start from the beginning of that bar on the A. So
Yep.
here's with the 3, 5.
Yeah. Only be careful, because if you play the E also in this position, be careful to don't play parallel octaves in this point between the
That's
tenor
right.
and the alts and the bass. Only this thing to be careful. So you can, for example, play here a C, or you can go to a C at this point, doubling in this case the fifth. F,
That's
C, A, C.
That's right. So the solution I did was I took on the E, I took 6, 5, and here's the tenor, it's a C.
Yeah.
And then so the tenor stays the same on the next note.
Okay.
Yeah, and then back.
Good. Perfect. Okay, so in this point, I think that if you play F, E, D, G in the bass, you can start here a little canon, having in the top voice F, E, D, C. So in this way we can put counterpoint into a partimento. F, E, D, C, F, E, D, C. Try to play from this point using a little canon.
Sure. So you said FEDC, right? Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
you know, here's a good opportunity for even a printer. So if I go from the C at the beginning of the bar, I can go. So I've just played. Then I can do something like.
Yeah.
And
But
so,
yeah. Sorry. Tell me.
I was going to say that gives me, parallel octaves in the middle voices. The way I did it. What were you going to say, Ricardos?
Can you play again?
Sure, I'll do it a different way this time from the C. So.
Yeah, you can use a unison on this note on the E. You can play unison. For example, E, C, C, unison, C, C, and G.
That's right, and that solves the counterpoint problem. Yeah.
Exactly. Now use this voice in the top voice C, C, and then jump up to the F. In this way, we can hear the canon with a lip.
All right, here we go. So from the F.
Yeah, the F with the fifth, right? Exactly. Good. Yeah, you can play if you want here the 6 sharp, playing very little cadence to G
Right.
major.
Right. So from the beginning of the bar.
Yeah. Exactly. And now you come back with the natural F, right?
That's right.
Good job, Alessandro. Good job. Good job. And
Thank you.
I think that for today is enough because in this way, next time we can focus on modulations and we have the rule of a partimento that falls a third and rises a step. Okay, so we have some movement patterns in the bass. Here we have the Monte 5-6, here the Faubourdon 7-6, here we have another example of the cadence. So we can focus next time on different movements of the bass. This is like Monte Romanesca. Okay, we have now the tied bass, exactly. Also in this point, yeah, a tied bass. Okay, another way for realizing the tied bass. Here we have 2-4-6, right? A rule pertaining to the same partimento. Okay, other patterns. And in this way we can finish the Furno rules. Okay, perfect. So, have you enjoyed this first party meeting?
I definitely did.
Good.
Woo!